Yeah, that looks good. Looks nice and sunny. Oh, wow. I'm going to take my jacket off. Hopefully I don't get cold. That looks good.
No. Oh, I gotta do this, right?
So welcome to lunch with me and Mom. It's a little chilly when I take my jacket off. I'll warm up.
Okay. Maybe when you start eating. So we're trying the new My Cravings box, which I don't think it's any new items. It's just, and not that you couldn't like pick what you wanted before. But...
Yeah, but we did the $5 build your own.
Hey there.
It's their new marketing tactic to get you to buy the same thing that they've always had, which, good for them.
Well, at least my soda's not flat today.
Yeah, when we went to Cane's, the soda was flat. I was thinking about it afterwards, and they might have given us a flat soda at Cane's because we were a bit sassy. But it wasn't our fault. It was the app not working. But,
right, any
hello.
of them. So here we go.
So what'd you get?
The big
give
reveal.
Us, give us the Taco Bell haul.
Okay, here's the Taco Bell haul. So I got, they put your little side on top. I got the twisties.
They layered ours differently, so we must have gotten different stuff.
And I got the wrap, the crunch wrap.
I got a crunch wrap.
The beef crunch wrap.
Oh, they layered ours differently,
and
but
then,
we got the exact same stuff.
And then I got, what's this, the 5-layer burrito or something, which was Meg's favorite when she was in school.
Yes, I always tell that story.
Yes, and then, oh wow, did they give you sauces?
Oh.
Look it, they made me saucy. Sassy saucy.
It's hot.
Oh,
wow.
I'm surprised. Because actually we had put the order in and we gave them a pickup time of 12:30. And as you can see, we're about almost 20 minutes late. So, let's see, what are you starting with, the burrito? Okay, maybe I will too then.
I'm upset. Once we got down the road on our way here, I realized I forgot to bring Doritos.
She did. Metal straws and Doritos. We were just slipping today.
It's okay.
I guess it's Sunday. So I'm not sure if I'm excited about it. I think I am. This week it's supposed to be warming up and tomorrow's going to rain. So I'm not excited about it going to rain, but I'm excited that it's going to melt all the snow and hopefully we can...
Why do I feel like there's... Oh, I guess it's the soda. Because there's like 4 items for the $5. I'm going to have a bite of this bad boy. What's everyone else having for lunch?
Mine tastes very beany.
Wow, the food's hot today. Maybe it's hotter when it sits under those lights for a minute.
Oh, maybe.
But the way these magical burritos work is you always have to get through a few bites of like extra something, because the way they like they'll just slap stuff on. Like you'll have to get through a few good or a few bad bites to get to like the good.
Yeah, because I can see the meat on yours. Mine have been like
it's all meat.
Way
and
bean.
It's all meat and bean here at the end.
Mine were all like bean and cheese.
What kind of soda did you get today? I always get me a Baja Blast. What's up, Random Daddy? I love Baja Blast.
And I got, do they do Pepsi? Or was it Pepsi or Coke? I don't know. Pepsi. It says Pepsi on the cup, yeah. So I got Pepsi, and I can see loads of bubbles this time. So this definitely has carbonation.
The only acceptable choice, yeah. But no offense, Mom, but if you come here and don't get Baja Blast, what are you doing?
That's what she always gets. And this has lots of bubbles, but it tastes like mine has extra syrup. Want to taste it?
I do.
Mine tastes like really syrupy. Or is it me?
But I think it's good. Like it's
but it tastes extra sweet. Yeah.
I've been making those Italian sodas, so I like a good syrupy soda lately.
Oh, that's right. I got to make you some vanilla syrup today. Can you believe the supermarket's out of the vanilla syrup? The really good syrup for...
We got a bottle of the Pepsi has carbonation. That's a discovery for the books, folks.
I can't read what they're saying.
I just read what he said.
Oh.
We got one bottle of the like vanilla, I think it's Torani, syrup.
I think it's Italian, right?
Yeah, and I've been like using it sparingly because we're like, oh, it's kind of expensive. I'm probably not gonna buy another one. And then I've been using it like crazy. So yesterday or the day before, I was like, oh, you know what? I'll finally give in and just buy another bottle of syrup. And we go, and it was like we passed it in the store so many times. I'm
And
like,
they've
no, I don't
always
need
had
it. I
it,
don't
yeah.
need it. And then the one time we go to actually get it, they were out. So
How can they be out of that, right? Ooh, look at you. Look at how pretty. Look at that. It's like a little flower.
yeah.
We got these before, though. These were usually good.
Hey, I ordered mine no tomatoes.
Oh, maybe mine's the no tomatoes.
It's not that big of a deal.
I
But
can see tomatoes in mine.
I ordered,
Why do they say, do you want to make it special, and then not do it?
That's just rude.
Wonder
And it's
how they-
more than one.
How do they... Yeah, so it wasn't an accident. Wonder how they get them to stay together so well. They must have a special, like, press that really... That's all they use it for or something.
I just got a really good cheesy bite.
Mm.
So I hope everyone's enjoying something yummy for lunch today.
Mine seems extra cheesy.
Mm.
Heavy-handed on the cheese today.
Heavy-handed on the tomatoes, damn.
Oh, not on mine.
Like, it's like they did extra.
But, you know,
No, what?
we've done this before. Ordered it separate and then compared it to the box one. And the box ones do seem skimpier. Like, they don't put as many...
Like if you order a Crunchwrap by itself, it's
Yeah.
they put a little more than...
Yeah. So if anybody out there knows anything about that, why is my phone why is it so dark? So it doesn't.
Because we're in the sun. I don't know. There's something weird about iPhones that does that.
Should I move it?
If you want.
Huh.
Look at, they
Well,
loaded me with tomatoes.
Guys, this is so dark.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Well, should I move it here? Touch it.
Yeah, your brightness is up. It's
Oh.
just, it like, for some reason, like, I don't know, I've seen a bunch of other people talk about it, that for some reason iPhones do this
really
obnoxious
sensitive.
thing that when you put them in the sun, they can, like, dim the screen and stuff. It used to happen to us when we would sit by the pool and stuff.
Yeah. Put it that it, maybe if I put.
Don't worry about it.
I know, but then it's all just dark. The screen. Can they see it? But it'll be dark for them, though. No. Oh, it's just dark for us, not for them.
Yeah, babe.
Oh. Oh. Nah, I'm
You
worrying.
guys can see us fine, right? I can see it
Yeah.
fine.
Can you see us fine?
Yeah, I see it just fine. You're always freaking out. Is it disrespectful if I dump my tomatoes in the Taco Bell parking lot? 'Cause they
Someone's gonna
gave
feed
me-
the seagulls.
Look at this. Hi. They gave me so many tomatoes, and like it's not a problem, but they really loaded it up. And so then that's when it becomes a problem.
Honestly, though, the tomatoes at these fast food places don't have any flavor anyway. I don't think.
Yeah, but so they're just like watery gushes. Gushy gushy mama.
I think they just buy all the budget green ones and wait for them to change color. This is like overloaded. Look at this cheese gush. What's up with that? It's like gushing out of everywhere.
Oh, there come the seagulls.
I told you someone has to feed the seagulls. You see them
I
swarming.
didn't know they were here.
This is like way too much cheese on this. What is up with that?
Just pop it out. Like a little pimple.
Like, just squeeze it.
I want to say, wait, what? I want to say I saw a Pokemon video, but I might be mistaken.
Yeah, we did. Well, we did the
We did a Pokemon mukbang like last week.
yeah, with the Happy Meals. When they didn't give me my hamburger.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, we went to McDonald's last week and got our food. Good thing we didn't go all the way home with it.
I know.
And Mom took a bite of her burger and there was no burger patty.
I'm like, what is up with that? How do you make a cheeseburger without the burger? Where's the beef? I'm questioning this about Where's the Beef too. They have
I
no.
know. There's
This is
so
like
much
the
meat.
cheese version. Yeah. So what I was saying before is, we've gone through before, and they're like a lot more like meat and stuff to them when you order them separate. Weird. They should say that, you know, in the box it's a little more budget. But I guess they figure it's budget anyway, right?
Wouldn't be very good marketing for them to say,
By the way, if you want extra, but
you're getting what you pay for. You're not getting a deal. You know what I mean? Like,
but they do have under like add-ons, you could like double up on things. But if you only ever never ordered it in the box, then why would you think to double it up?
unless you're a beefy guy.
And you know, did you see? Out of curiosity, I always look when they say you can customize it, what they let you do and not do, and what they charge you for and what they don't. Did you see if you added onions, they charge 10 cents?
I didn't even know they like had onions here.
I don't know what else they'd put onions on, but
If they do some sort of fajita, maybe?
oh yeah, they do, don't they?
Maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, they charge for onions here. They don't charge for onions at McDonald's or Burger King, but they charge for lettuce and tomato, and I get that because most places do charge for lettuce and tomato.
It's so funny, I see, because so many people that, like, are employees of, like, fast food and, like, chain restaurants and stuff, like, there's been so many videos coming out, like, showing behind the scenes, basically. But, like, you already told me years ago that McDonald's onions are, like, dehydrated and then they soak them in water.
Yeah, they come in big buckets.
But so it was so funny seeing, like, viral TikTok videos about that. When I had already, like, it popped, like...
Because I had told you.
But I had never, like, worked there, but I still knew it. Like, it was, like, a funny, like, weird, like, I don't know.
And they're minced up, like,
Didn't know you were sub to me. Thanks, random. Oh. What'd you say?
And they're minced up like when you buy minced garlic.
Yeah.
And they come powdered, and so the bucket's really light, I'm sure. They come in, like, big 5-gallon buckets or something. And when they come, then they add water to it, and I don't know how long they let it soak so that they all turn back into onion wannabes. I bet
you guys hear the seagulls?
It's because you gave them tomatoes. They're still hanging out. They better not poop on the car. Look at them all looking at you. All them seagulls.
Ooh. I don't see the tomatoes on the ground, so I think they got them.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure now that it's colder too, they're really swarming all the fast food dumpsters. Some places you go, there's signs up that say don't feed the seagulls.
Yeah, I'm surprised there aren't any here. I guess it's a small lot. They don't figure there's that many people.
The seagulls are pretty smart. They know how to even go in the trash cans and get the food out.
Raccoons with wings.
I've been in restaurants where you're sitting outside and seagulls will come right up and swoop your food right off your plate and things. I was at Castle Hill, that happened one time.
I think there was a Emma Chamberlain video that I saw one time that she was like sitting out to eat somewhere, and this seagull, might not have been Emma Chamberlain, I don't know, someone like that though, and they were like sitting out with one of their friends, and the seagull just kept like
Yeah.
just this one though just like kept swooping in and like harassing them, and so finally like someone like that worked there like moved one of the busters whatever moved their table.
They
And then it followed him and shit. And like, jeez.
I feel bad when sometimes if you say you're sitting on the beach and somebody's got their lunch right and they've got it all zipped up and and everything in the bottom of their bag while they go in for a swim, and those seagulls they'll go and they'll pull their bag apart. They know. They are so smart.
I've been eating a sandwich on the beach and one swooped right in and tried and take it from me.
I remember one time when you were a little girl, we were at Gooseberry Beach. You were sitting there eating your sandwich on the blanket. And you had your little bag of, I don't know if it was Fritos or what, sitting next to you, and it was open, and you were, eating a Frito and having your sandwich and whatever. And a seagull came and took the whole bag. And oh my God, she was so upset. And I didn't have another one to give her.
Oh yeah, he's definitely eating. Oh yep, they're right next to the car.
And then she thought I could like go chase the seagull and get the bag back and let her eat them. You're only like 3.
Random guy dude said, I've got a question for Meg's patrons. Are you not entertained? I know, right? If you guys are enjoying the burps that are happening, patreon.com/ I think it's Megan Sullivan X.
Mm-hmm. There's always something entertaining there.
I've been posting more on my burp Patreon lately, so I don't know though, like I can never tell if people subscribe once just to see like everything that's on it kind of thing, or if they subscribed with the intent to stay subscribed, like looking for new content, because like no one ever comments. But
I guess you just tell them all, so there's nothing for them to comment about. They're just so content.
Yeah, I'm full. It's just a hi. But I'm getting full. What's up the hills? Cause like, not that I'm full, but like I'm just so disinterested with this food anymore.
Yeah, it's, you know what? They gave us too much bean and cheese in this.
They tomatoed me up.
I know, and that was upsetting to you.
That was upsetting to me.
I do like these though. I really like their little, I don't even know what they make them out of, but they're like a Cheeto without the cheese. Instead they do the cinnamon sugar.
Yeah, they look like pasta, and then they put them in oil and they get big.
They're
tiny, like little penne looking, maybe, or corn.
Because they're really light.
But I'm just, hello, how are you? I'm good. I'm a bit disappointed. Just because, like, I remembered to go in on the app when I was ordering and check off no tomatoes. And they
just ignored you.
But they, like, doubled up. Meh, it's okay.
Well, they thought you were going to feed the seagulls and wanted to give you something to give them, you know? But, I mean, we could have just given them these packets of hot sauce that we're not going to use. I mean, I like that they put on there now, you know, if you want any hot sauce and that kind of stuff, because, provided they pay attention and do what you write, because then it really isn't wasted, you know, especially if it says, you know, but I didn't put any on there and they gave me all these.
I was just going to say, what are you talking about?
But usually, you know, like if you order on the app from McDonald's or whatever, it'll say, do you want, you know, like say ketchup or whatever, and how many packets, because then it doesn't get wasted.
It's still America. Things are still getting wasted.
No.
What's everyone saying over here? My internet must be slow because I didn't see the hills for a good bit. I'm here only for your burps. Okay. The hills.
That was honest.
The hills. Is this breakfast? No, this is lunch. It's 1 o'clock, so. I almost thought he made a TikTok. That's funny. Are you at the beach? It looks very sunny. No, it's just, there's seagulls though, so, no, it's just a sunny day. Very sunny
For
day.
a change, and we're happy.
Yeah.
And we're going to have, it's going to warm up to like the 40s this week, so we're really excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm tired of, every day we slide on that ice. We're lucky.
I started building an igloo.
She did.
I have to show you guys. I'll show you when we get home. I'm gonna show you guys.
And she was so funny. She came in, Mom, we started building an igloo. But I gotta take a break now. I'm a little tired.
I got really tired. I
said, oh, I'll help you. Oh, I gotta take a little break.
So, right now it's a bit of a, ig koozie. It looks kind of like a igloo jacuzzi.
An igloo wannabe.
Igoozy? That's what we're gonna call
A
it.
goozy?
I'll show you guys my igoozy when we get home.
Oh, look at her.
Yeah. Not to brag or anything, but
We still need to go to the market, too.
wait, so if Kanye West came knocking on your doorstep and asked you for marriage, would you say yes? And why? No. I would not say yes.
If
I ain't
Kim
marrying
couldn't,
Kanye
if
West.
Kim couldn't deal with them, what? And she has all the money in the world for all the therapists, right? And but didn't she? Weren't they were married like 7 years, right?
Yeah, they were together for a while.
Yeah.
Why Kanye West of all people? What?
I guess because they just filed for divorce. That's the new thing. She just filed yesterday, officially, I guess.
Anyways.
No, why would you want somebody's guy that?
Somebody's guy?
Well,
Why would you want somebody's guy?
guy that was like, I mean, he's. I mean,
Off the
she's
rails.
yeah. Well, she said he's bipolar. Has he ever come out and said he's bipolar?
I don't know. I don't keep up with those folks.
I don't either.
Too often.
It's just been all over the news now, only because she just filed.
I know as much as like people that know, like. I only know the bare minimum about those people, like the stuff that's super publicized. I don't do any digging on them,
No.
you know.
I think they said they had 4 kids together, right?
Yeah.
And they, I think, but didn't she have somebody carry 2 of them for her or something?
Yeah, I
Like a
think it
surrogate?
was 2 of them.
Because she had complications or something. But
I
yeah,
don't think it was complications. I think, you got the money to not have to do it.
I think she said it was complications,
Probably.
high risk, or so. Excuse me, nobody ousted her on it. Because, I mean, that is like the ultimate. Like, oh, I have so much money. Why don't you carry my child for 9 months for me? I mean, when you think about it.
Yeah.
So
It's
that
privilege, love.
I know, but it's still like that's something that would be like unspoken, and that's why. And they're so public that, I mean, she'd have to say, well, it's just for health reasons or whatever.
Yeah.
But way back, the wealthy women, they had their own kids, but because it wasn't in vitro and stuff. But they used to hire what they called wet nurses to nurse the babies. And so they'd hire, help or whatever
Yeah.
that actually had babies themselves that they were nursing.
Right.
And and then they'd come however many times a day or whatever and nurse your child too.
Right.
It's kind of a weird thing. I mean, I get it if there was a problem and you couldn't nurse. And back then, they didn't have all the formulas and stuff like they have now. But those women weren't doing it because of that. They were doing it because they had their social life and stuff to keep up with, and can't be having a baby hanging around you 24/7. I mean, heaven forbid they'd want to eat.
Why would you have the baby then?
Well, they had to. Like, they had to have heirs.
Oh.
Somebody to pass their fortunes on to, and. But yeah, it was a funny thing though, because like
Fuck them kids.
back then, like the children really weren't seen much. The nannies took care of them like most of the time, and very rarely were the children even seen until they were, probably like 10 years old or something.
I need to do a face mask. Desperately. Urgently. Immediately.
I still want to get one of those hydrofacials.
I need one.
They're so expensive though, and then when I finally decided, yes, I'm gonna do it, and I did all my homework, the best place to go, then they closed them all down with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's still on my list. I definitely want to go. I can't read what you're saying. Let's see.
Welcome to Dr. Pitbull Papa.
Do you guys have to deal with negatives?
Negatives in the UK, thinking of huh? Oh, they're talking about the weather.
Oh.
Talking about the weather.
The
Does
weather.
it get to negative degrees in the UK? Of course, I'm sure it does, right?
Oh, I'm sure. And I mean, look at this crazy. There's been crazy weather everywhere this year too. Like, look at Texas. They're still finally just thawing out. I mean, they never have like those super freezes like that.
Yeah, there was a TikTok and it was like, someone was like, wait, so like, it has to be like sunny and warm again for the snow to go away?
Who said that?
Or so like someone from Texas or something, and then someone had like reposted it was like, y'all are kidding me, right? Like, just because it doesn't snow there often, you don't know how science works anymore?
Have you never had an ice cube in your cup? Like, what do you think? It just stays there forever? Once something's frozen, it's frozen in time. You've been watching too many cartoons, my friends.
You've got it backwards. That's like they didn't think like they were confused that it was still frozen.
Oh.
Like,
Because
like, why
as soon
isn't
as
it
the
already
temperature
melted?
changed, it didn't melt fast enough for that.
They're like, it's not 32 degrees anymore. Why is the snow still here?
I know, but they had cold weather there for quite a little stretch, like
Yeah.
4 days or 5 days or something. Very crazy. Like they have that happen, not quite like that, but like even in like Florida, where all the iguanas have decided to take up home, and when they'll have a real cold snap come through, the iguanas will be in the trees and they'll like, it'll put them into like a dormant state. They don't really die, but then they just fall out of the trees. It's honest to God, they have videos of it. It's like raining iguanas, you know. And then they did this thing a few years ago. I don't think they've done it since, but it was like one of the first times it happened when it was like crazy. And all these iguanas were all over the place. It was like littered with iguanas. And so they were paying people, the towns, like say Fort Lauderdale or whatever, some of the southern towns, 10 cents per iguana if you brought them in, because they wanted to get them like all into the landfill or whatever they were going to do with them, because they thought they were dead. Well, people were like going out and you were just literally like scooping them up. And I mean, because some of those iguanas are like the size of alligators, for goodness sakes. I'd want more than a dime for that one. But they'd, and so putting them like all in the big, you know, in the back of a truck. And by the time they'd get to the landfill, the truck was like empty again. And because then they'd wake up. They'd start to warm up and they'd be like, oh, wait a minute, where are we going? They jump out of the truck. So all that work.
Can't catch me.
No, but I'm not sure what, and I don't know whether the right term is not culture or whatever, but there's certain places that actually have recipes, and I don't know if it's like Cuban. Is it Jamaican? I was gonna say Cuban or something.
People from the islands, I think,
that actually have recipes.
Eat iguanas.
And they eat iguana, but I think, what do they just eat, the tail?
But even then, it's only like a small percentage of people from the islands. Like if you ask a handful, you know, 1 out of 10 people would probably say like, yeah, I would eat iguana, or I have eaten iguana
They
before.
have to be pretty hungry or something. But I think it's also like, you know, people say, oh, frog's legs. Yeah, well,
like
that's a French thing. But how many French people have actually eaten frog's legs?
Or like we've had gator bites.
Yeah.
And stuff. So.
Well, we ate them because it was a novelty too. We wanted to try them. But well, those are actually from alligator farms. I don't think anybody's farming iguanas. Excuse me, for, you know, because I don't think their skin's good for anything either. Where the alligators, when they farm them, that, you know, they're farming them for the alligator skin, and then the meat is kind of a byproduct. Yeah, where iguanas, I don't think their skin is good for anything. Because do alligators like really shed like iguanas and stuff though too?
I think so.
Do they? So maybe there's like a season too when you wouldn't want to if they were shedding their skin. There's probably a whole.
I'm not fully educated on the reptiles shedding seasons.
You're not? Oh.
But it is something I could look into if you were looking into raising them for...
No, I'm not. I'm not big on reptiles. My son has a turtle. That one, I can deal with that because he takes care of it. And we actually found it. And we were walking into the house wasn't it last spring?
And don't attack us for being those people that bring in wild animals, whatever.
No, and it was a teeny...
He was hurt.
Yeah, it was a tiny little... And I think its foot or something had a little something going on, but it's fine now. But And
Yeah,
so
my brother found like a red-footed or some sort of little
from the lake. Yeah.
outdoor turtle that it had come like so far up from the lake, and it was like so dehydrated, and it was a
It
baby.
never would have
It
made
was the
it. Was
size
teeny
of a quarter.
tiny. It was so cute.
And so it was like my brother had like a while of like rehabbing it, and then by the time it was like he had it for like a month rehabbing it, and once it was at that point, it was like, I don't know, there was something weird about, he had found it like the end of summer or something, and by the time it was like rehabbed and able to be strong enough to go outside, it would have already been like down in the ground
Under the mud.
hibernating for the winter, like, or not hibernating, but
Getting
with a
feeding
warm,
up for it and
having a warm place to be for the winter. And so,
and it wouldn't have known how to forage for its own food yet either.
yeah,
So
we found a bunch of past baby turtles on the driveway after that. So
we did, yeah. And there was also we saw a turtle nest, but these types of turtles, they make like a hole and they go down in, which I'm assuming a lot of turtles do that.
yeah.
And we kept watching it, and then we saw another one, and then I don't know whether it was a rat or whatever got into one of them, because we were walking down on the path by the lake one day, and we saw
these turtle nests.
and we saw all these shells out, and we know that it wasn't because they hatched. That a rat had gone in.
I don't know if that story just made sense to anybody at all, because you, like, just
oh, so yeah.
Anyways,
so yeah. Well, so that was my turtle story.
There's turtles on the property, and now we have a pet turtle.
Yeah, and I don't even know. Has he still named the turtle?
I don't know. But
we just refer to it as a turtle because it doesn't live in our home. It lives in his home.
Yeah.
But he's got a big tank for it, and he gets all this specialty food for it. And
I think he's still not sure of what the gender is.
Yeah, he takes really good care of it, though, I have to say.
And the turtle gets to eat any crickets that my mantis don't eat. So.
Yeah, but he's always he bought some special, expensive, like, live little shrimp for it at the pet store, and he's really good to that turtle. He's got quite the life.
So, anyways.
So that's the turtle story. So, yeah, Taco Bell, I don't know that I would get their box again. I think if we come again, I'm sure we will at some point, it would either be for a new item or something, but I'm not sure that I'm hip on their boxes. I think they shortchange you on them.
I think Taco Bell is something you can't eat when you're too alert. Like, I think we're too, like, awake and, like, aware of our surroundings at this time of the day. I think it's more of, like, a late night.
Do it when it's dark out and you can't really see what you're eating?
Yeah, like, you're about to go to bed, you're hungry, haven't eaten for a few hours, just willing to eat whatever's right in front of you so you don't go to bed hungry.
Then you think it's, like, really super.
Yeah, I think that's more of Taco Bell's
we make a lot of Mexican at home.
Yeah, it's hard when you make tacos at home all the time, and then...
Yeah, then you compare them, and they're not quite the same.
So anyways, that's it for today, I think.
I think so, but Meg's going to take some pictures of that igloo.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that I didn't help her build.
She did not.
I did not. But thank you so much, my friends, for joining us today.
It's the igoozy.
Oh, I mean the igoozy. I stand corrected. Thank you, my friends, so much for joining us today, and we will see you in the next video.
Said, is it hard to, when you make